Underneath, go under.
There are millions of fish out here, guys. Millions. That's one way to let it go.
Triple hook up. G'day and welcome to Big Fish Small Boats. I'm Al McGlashan. Now today we're heading wide. We're on the south coast of New South Wales because we've got one thing in our mind, it's bluefin. But you may remember in season 1 we went out with Sean Tracy from Tassie and tagged a few bluefin, 40 kilo jobs. Well, we promised him big fish and we had such a good response to anglers getting involved with the science and doing the satellite tagging that we've invited him back. And we're going to promise, and this is a guarantee, that we're going to get fish, I reckon, up into the 60s, 70s, maybe even bigger. It's a tall order. So, Sean Tracy's with us, and of course we've got Craig Rushby as well. So now, we've got about 30 miles to go that way, so we're on a mission for big bluefin. Now, if there's one tip I can offer you, and it's particularly important to when you're travelling out here, 40 miles offshore, is that we never turn the engine off. We leave it running all the time. And as you can see, there's a bit of a squall coming up there. It's only isolated, but I don't want to be stuck out here if this engine doesn't go. And that's the beauty with the four-strokes. You leave them running, you don't even know they're going, and they chew no fuel. Makes me get home.
Reaching the grounds, we set about getting the gear ready, and it wasn't long before the rods loaded up. And before we knew it, we were on again.
Come on, make it the right stuff. That'd be a good start.
Sounded good when he first went. Look at
that, beautiful. They're a lovely little fish. Now, the striped tuna are found in all 3 of the major oceans. They're a major food source. Their stocks are considered all right, and the canned fishery is when you eat canned tuna, a lot of it ends up being this. They might say it's yellowfin, but there's a lot of striped tuna in it. They're a great little sporting fish. I mean, they're beautiful and pretty. They only grow to around 30 kilos. In Australia, a 15 kilo one is massive. 8 kilos is huge. I've caught them up to about 6 myself, but they make a great marlin bait. And I tell you what, they're a pretty little quick release. Oh, talk about chaos. There's something about fishing, there's a passion for it that you don't get with anything else, and just having these awesome fish there and looking after them, I think there's something about anglers that they're real conservationists, because all we want is to have more fish out there. You know, I love these bluefin. It's more than just catching them, it's getting out here and, oh man, I'll be jumping in soon, I'll be swimming with them, it's just awesome. Yeah, I'm ready for it, good. Yep, I'm ready for you, mate. Okay. Thank you, mate. Watch those hooks. Yep, make that out. Look at that. Look at the Laser Pro. Now, this is the same Laser Pro that I catch them all on. That colour. Absolutely amazing. What I've got is my hand over his eye so he can't see. And I'm going to take it off for the photo. Oop. He doesn't like, when they can't see it doesn't worry him as much. Now while he's getting the blood, and I'll hold my hand over his eye, that's the one we caught this fish on. It's my favourite in the Laser Pros. I seem to keep catching them. Now the point is that what it is we change the hooks to big singles. And as soon as we do that, we get better hookup and less damage to the fish, which is kind of a priority too with what we're doing with Sean's thing, is we want to minimise the impact on these fish, and that way we can look after them and have more fish out for the future.
All right, so just putting the tag in through the fin rays.
So you can see there, you've got the one in the front and then he's put a second one down the back. This is what we did last year with him, but we promised him bigger fish. And I tell you what, we scored.
136.
136.
All right, you can start getting him ready to go back in.
Right, this one's smaller. So if we can just hold him there. He's ready to go, jump over there for a quick shot. Oh, look at him go. Oh, splashes us as well. And now it's time for Fish Facts, thanks to the Complete Angler.
The southern bluefin tuna is found in the Indo-Pacific. However, its biggest concentration is in Australian waters. The species was thrashed in the 60s, 70s and 80s when the foreign fishing fleets took potentially as much as 100,000 tonnes annually. The good news is bluefin numbers are increasing dramatically and now they are common right around the southeast. However, the most exciting fishery is southern New South Wales, which sees the biggest fish pushing up the coast during the winter months. Where these fish go is still largely a mystery, and that is exactly why Big Fish Small Boats is out there volunteering our expertise and time to get 15 tags into these fish. At a cost of more than $75,000, we're hoping this investment will unlock the secret lives of the southern bluefin tuna. Coming up, I take a dive, getting up close and personal with this huge tuna. Despite the cold conditions, I was keen to take the plunge and join the masses of tuna swimming around the boat.
There are millions of fish out here, guys. Millions of fish.
While Craig was hard at work on yet another fish, I swam and filmed them from underneath. The fish was so fired up they were eating everything. One fish even snapped up a sinking lure right out of my hand. Losing a fish didn't matter, and seconds later Craig was on again. Another bait in the water resulted in a double hookup with Sean joining the action.
That's a great ride. Woohoo!
As the rain pelted down, the fish kept biting and we kept tagging.
Well, I lost another little sidey action cam. I knocked it off where the fish are in there. So a little bit of footage missing there. But Craig's hooked up again. We've got another one on here. The set tags are going in. I promised him we'd get some more fish, didn't I? I said I'd get some more fish.
You've delivered in spades.
Oh my God, I'm wet and I'm freezing cold. And I'm loving it! Woohoo! Got the leader.
I'll jump in. All right, hook can come out.
Just going to use the pliers to get the hooks out. There we go. We're going to put the tag in. So get the blood out. This is amazing that I'm sitting here and I just throw a cube over like that and watch that, it just goes boom! Watching.
Second anchor. Now this stops the tag wobbling around too much.
And that's so it doesn't rotate and chew them out a bit and just pull itself out.
Yeah, that's the idea. Yep, great blood sample.
We're just using the mat just to make it easier for them.
Two more fish sat tagged and released.
Another one down and it's pouring with rain. At least I'm rigged for it, I got a wetsuit on.
Make yourself the complete angler by winning the ultimate fishing prize, a Bluefin Drifter 3.8 with casting deck and full floor. Powered by a Honda BF20 4-stroke, sitting pretty on a Dumbia trailer. Plus safety equipment and full comprehensive boat insurance with Club Marine. Registered, it's on the water, but that's not all. There's $1,000 worth of Shimano gear to get you into the action. That's a total of $12,000 in prizes. And how easy is it to enter? Just buy any product at The Complete Angler for your chance to win. For full terms and conditions, visit completeangler.com.au. The Complete Angler, supplying fishermen with the complete fishing experience since 1967. And now it's time for Fish Facts, thanks to The Complete Angler. Satellite tagging has revealed some fascinating results. Those two tuna we tagged back in Season 1 off Bermagui went in completely opposite directions. One fish swam up the coast and then halfway out to New Zealand, while the other one headed down south to Tassie. What is amazing is that these fish were released within 5 minutes of each other, and it shows we need to do a lot more tagging to unlock the secret lives of the bluefin tuna.
Well, you can hear George in the background. You can see George fighting a fish there. Now, yesterday he called us in on the fish. Today we called him in. And I think half of New South Wales has come in here as well. Fish blowing up behind us. They're just underneath us. This is what it's all about. This is the most amazing thing. You know, yesterday we got a couple, but today they're right there. They're blowing up all around us. I've been swimming with them. We're catching them. There's a fish on that rod. This is what fishing's all about. Woohoo! Beautiful fish, these bluefin. This one's what, 45? 45, I'll say, you reckon there? 50? 70?
You're a generous man.
45. I mean, they're smaller than they were the other day. A little bit smaller, but they're probably, I'm guessing, what, 8, 10-year-old? Somewhere around that range?
They'll be getting up there, maybe a little bit younger than that. These guys, they fatten up pretty quickly through those first few years.
And you can see how bulky they are, you know. This guy's got a belly almost as big as mine, but not quite.
Alright, that hook can come out when you're ready.
Hook comes out, and look at that, just slides out. And this is what these ones, this is the Helco Max, and what happens is they come with trebles, so what we do is pull them out instead and just run a single hook like that. makes it a lot better, and obviously better for catch and release on these big ones. Another quick release. We're going to try and get some photos there with him next to the boat. It's gone. And now those fish are down there somewhere, and we're going to find out what they're doing. And when we get a break, we'll probably just run through, because last year we caught a couple, and we wanted to learn what they do and where they go and their survival rate. And one of the big things is exactly this, is get the tags in and find what they do. I'm really keen to find out where these guys go. And that's why I'm so sort of eager to help Sean and learn what they're doing and where they're going. And, you know, do they go up the coast? Do they go down the coast? Last year we tagged some fish down off Bermagui, sort of a couple of 100 miles south of here. And one fish went out to sea and the other one went down south. If we don't learn about these fish, we can't manage them and look after them. And that's critical. Locking it up doesn't help. Instead, do the science, find out where they go, because if we understand them, we can look after them and catch them. Woohoo! Watch this. One pilly, right in over there. There you go. Oh, coming up there. Yeah.
And remember, don't forget to check out the website bfsb.com.au, and of course follow us on Facebook. Coming up, the bluefin bite gets better and the fish get bigger.
That. What a beautiful fish. You can see that circle here in the corner. Environmental tip, thanks to Club Marine, Australia's largest insurer of pleasure craft.
Tuna are surprisingly tough and can handle catch and release well, so long as you look after them. Handle them with care, minimise the time they're out of the water, and get them back in fast, and of course, release them gently.
Now have a look at this, and this is quite interesting, it's probably an essential point. It shows you how much ground we're covering here on the plotter. We've run up to the north here, fished out there. When we heard the fish were running, we've come all the way down to here. Now that's 20 miles there, that's 35 miles there, and that's 40 odd miles to there. And we're coming back out to fish the same area and start our search. What we've got is we've got boats to the north, so Sundle's fishing up here. We've got George down here, so we've got boats fishing all the way through. And the idea is, because it's calm, that if they find fish, we can actually run to meet each other. But you can see how much ground we're travelling. And this is the beauty of the trailer boats now. You couldn't fish out here. Now, with sat phones and with reliable Hondas and all the electronics and all that sort of stuff like the Furunos, it's so much more reliable, so we can do it in safety and we can cover the miles and catch the fish.
The fishing got so hot, all we had to do was toss in some pilchards and instantly the water erupted in hungry tuna.
That is so awesome, isn't it? Number 8 on the tags, I think we've got. Now that'd be a record for big fish, isn't it?
Yeah, like in a day, absolutely.
That's it. 50 plus. And for rate, have you ever got this wet fishing?
No.
I don't think I've ever got this wet. And that bite was so insane. I just can't believe it. That fish just came roaring up and pulling the bait out of the water, and it's just like bang! Oh, look at that. Yeah, look at that. What a beautiful fish. You can see that circle here in the corner.
Okay, I've got it.
That's number 8. So there's 8 satellite tags going in with this one. Circle hook, and as you saw, there's just so many just running around here. It's so awesome. It's insane. Well, this is what it's all about. We've had the most amazing day, and what we want to do is these fish, hopefully, you guys give me a hand to swing around, jump in there. If these fish, this guy's going to swim off, and he's going to teach us or show us where they go, what they do, and as a result, we'll be able to better manage them. Well, he wanted to go quickly. That has to be one of my most amazing days ever. Yeah, in this series we're doing some good stuff, but you can't get much better than that. Now, there's 3 tips I can offer you that are going to help you catch more fish. Firstly, communication. Talk with the other boats. We use the sat phone. We spoke with George, he found them. Then we found them. And everyone came in. Essential. Secondly, 4 strokes. They're imperative for running. You're 100 k's out to sea. And finally, bring a lot of pilchards. A lot of pilchards.